champion.
Let's get into it. And this is Wess Loris and V3M coming from the winner's side. So importantly, they have not been playing for a hot minute. They got into grand finals here. They only need a single set out of the next two to win in order to win this bracket. Fiend, Kant, and Kaito, their work cut out for them a little bit, but it starts with this first game. And we're on the big Miami Dome!
Yep.
I
was wondering when you noticed. I was wondering when you were going to notice.
Oh my gosh, my dreams have come true. No stock trade to be had from Kant. But finally, oh no, still hanging on to the stock. Sweat beats come through though, so it's a little bit longer road, but gets there regardless. Loris can't touch the wall either, so the stocks are flying left and right.
Alright, there we go. Looks like Red Team's going to try to group up here. Opportunity to Edgar V3M. The weapon throw is not going to work here. Kant's going to miss this as well, but does find a side air. But we do have Wess coming to come assist, and so it's going to be a little bit harder to get those KOs on the right side of the stage here. Delayed recovery from Kant, though. Couldn't quite figure out in time if he hit his teammate or his partner with that D-Light. Pressed recovery too late once he realized it was in.
V3M in pretty deep red at this point. You saw him bounce off the bottom of the stage and then almost just make it all the way across coast to coast to the blast zone, but will find its maker at the top blast zone instead. Them on a fresh stock. Off stage is Wess. Gets the backboard hit. Gets the Sarah as well. Wess picks up the stock still cleanly on his first.
Oh, you can see goes for the ground fight as well, but Fiend with the turnaround weapon throw is going to snipe the recovery as well, I believe, there, and no chance for Wess to come back there. Beautiful edge guard coming out, but we do have Kant on his final stock here. We're going to have to keep an eye on it.
Ooh, okay, Wess, spin to win, comes through, recovery, doesn't find any mark quite yet, but this is offstage Fiend. Sweat beats come through, touches the wall. Chaos ensuing on the right side. Now Fiend picks up the teammate by accident and loses one as well. That is a 3-stock deficit now for Red. Make it almost 4. Weapon toss comes through. Pogo will secure the stock. Wess closing the door on so many of these situations, and this is going from bad to worse in this first game here, Flambo.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of work to turn this one around. You can see Fiend trying to get an edge guard there on the V3M. A turnaround coming out from that side stick from Kaito, but it's not going to be enough. The Zario pick we're seeing this time around, a little bit different than kind of what we're normally used to seeing, but how much more work can they physically get done? Fiend manages to find one right there, but another stock to be had. See Kaito with this bow, doing great expert defensive maneuvers here. How long can they keep this up?
Smacks off
another
the backboard. Yeah, just wants to lose the stock. Wess has another one in the back ready to go. Why play the high damage situation when you can just go onto a fresh one here? Still be in the 3v2. V3M, a pair of signatures isn't enough to get the stock on either attempt, but the recovery from Loris certainly will do. And now Fiend just jumps on into that blast zone, says, we go next.
Yeah, recognizing at that point you not going to win in the 1v3. You're Queen Nai, which means you have slow speed and you've been sent so far away from the stage that the edge guard is extremely simple to get from that position as well. So you may as well just save yourself some time and start thinking about what you're going to do next to try to deal with it. Do you think they allow Miami Dome again, or is it going to be another Great Hall Spirit Realm kind of day?
Yeah, we really haven't had a lot. I mean, this was the only big Miami Dome. It looks like it's already getting struck out. I think the smaller moving platform is a little bit problematic with this many players on the screen, right? And that's probably why we haven't seen so much of it when you have Great Hall on the map or Blackguard Keep on the map that have these longer top platforms and side platforms as well that are kind of like strangely positioned to either force edge guard situations on Blackguard or just like get off the top recoveries if you're on the other stage.
Let's see what ends up happening this time around, because I think you're right. The stages, especially Miami Dome, their def made the difference. They like these kind of, stationary guys, but for the very least, if not the bigger, longer top platform that you're before. So we'll see if it makes a difference here, because Wess Loris and V3M really did kind of cook in that game 1.
But okay, Kant, exhausted recovery, tries to get a little bit more. Meanwhile, Macho Man off the right side gets the stock onto Fiend. Loris connects the weapon throw as well, tries to come down, sinking it in, but gets the GCD light ground pound instead. Misses onto Kant. All 3 red team members just desperately trying to save one. Loris looking for the reversal hit, but it's not going to happen. There's Kaito with the down air. There's another swing as well, making a double KO. Wess now looking really bad situation as Fiend tries to come in with the recovery, but it's not going to get Wess's first stock. Blue team a pretty significant swing.
Okay, yeah, things are slowly falling apart here. I mean, Kaito still sitting with 3 stocks. Same thing for Wess, but bottom left. You can see Kaito gets sniped on the recovery, gonna get hit by a pogo. Maybe another one, can't close it out. Almost a talk being top. No, it's gonna be the ground pound, actually. It's gonna get the stop there, so good job on the edge guard there. But things are looking hairy, to say the least. I mean, Wess charging that N-Sig and slides across the stage with it. It's not gonna be enough, though. But definitely not quite what you want to have happen there for the red team.
And the recovery from Wess as well. Once again, Fiend and Kant, last stock, a pretty significant lead now. And it's situations like that that make Triple so interesting, because Wess was able to just hold that signature, as you mentioned, knowing there's two teammates behind him who could just cover his tracks, even if he gets whip punished for it.
Oh, you can see Kant just throwing out D-Light after D-Light on every member they can find. Just trying to convert into some true KO conversions, but just keep throwing out the high value move here. N-Light if they try to punish him. So far it's working out. You can see just kind of camping that top half court. Looking for the D-Light. Gets one onto Wess, gets the double D-Light. Wess doesn't dodge, gets the Sarah, the side six, and it closes out the stock. Fiend not gonna be able to make it back as well. No, hits his partner with the recovery, he's able to come back. Wait a second here. We have ourselves a 2v3.
Fiend's on last stock. Fiend's on last stock. So, I mean, any real big hit could just be enough to get the stock, and you see it now. Fiend playing backline. Okay, they get them. Now it's Wess in the 1v3, finds one, but it's the one guy who has the extra stock to spare.
Oh, trying to get Fiend there. Oh, had an opportunity there from the friendly fire, but misses the trigger. And this time we'll see how he's going to try to finesse this. Tries to go for something cheesy here, hoping someone will chase him off stage. But everyone is waiting in the corner on stage. They're not going to play this game. Wess has to play so careful here. If he gets caught one time, especially by the sword, it will be his stock.
Hang on, off stage. Yeah, so when does red team try to pull the trigger here? Reversal situation, off stage, touches the wall. Playing this slow. Wess is nickel and diming, finding some opportunities. Gets the ground pound right there. Kaito with the recovery around. This could be stomped. This is enough. There's the weapon throw and closes it up. It is 1-1 in this set, but Wess was making him work for it.
Yeah, no, I mean, as you mentioned before, kind of unfortunate that the first stock you found is going to be onto someone who had another one to playlist, so you're not even able to whittle down the amount of people and situations you're thinking about, because now you're just like, oh, now you only have a brief window to kind of make that happen again, and was unfortunately unable to do so, but played it really, really well. Fiend also, have to give a shout out to him there for hanging on with that last stock on knife for so long, because obviously the most attractive person on the field, I think, in terms of wanting to make sure I hit them with the move that knocks out.
For sure.
Couldn't make it happen.
There was one small window where I think it was Kaito who was assigned to basically just doing the edge guard while Fiend and Wess just got to like watch TV for the entire time.
Yeah.
And Kaito misplayed part of the edge guard and accidentally hit Wess towards Fiend. I think if you get the stock on Fiend, then you make it a 1v2. Then it's a little bit more doable. You probably can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. You have to just look for the team combo that will secure you the KO. But obviously that's not what happened here. We are evened up in the set for grand finals, and there's an opportunity on the board here for Kaito, Kant, and Fiend to reset the bracket.
Yeah, no, this one's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's already been good, right? But it seems like it's the gift that keeps on giving here. 3v3s, just an electric game mode, truly. You know,
there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
There's so many things that are happening. Why?
Always.
Why are all the things happening? Oh, man. But it looks like V3M is contemplating on a legend, as is Fiend. I would imagine we keep seeing the Queen Nai from Fiend. Not sure if Vem maybe wants to opt for a swap here.
Yeah, no, I'm wondering the same. I feel like Fiend historically has had a pretty decent Nash. I don't know if he's been playing Nash as of late, but that could be another good option. Definitely won't have as much defense, but I think what you lose in defense, you trade off with speed and power. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes that trade is worth it, right? If you just hit like a truck, especially there's some scenarios here where I can tell Fiend wants to do something, but can't quite get there in time. But it looks like he is going to stick to his guns and keep the Queen Nai.
All right, let's get underway. It seemed like great haul for all of the craziness that had happened in that previous game did work out. So that long platform, I mean, we don't really have empirical data to prove otherwise, but it did get them a win, more or less. So maybe they're running it back right now. Let's see what happens for game number 3.
Okay. We're loading up. We're on a great haul here. We'll see if the first weapon spawned right on the sides. It's going to be V3M getting the first weapon for the blue team here. On the other side, it's going to be Kaito with that axe. And everyone kind of just scraps around waiting for enough weapons to literally spawn so that they can do something.
Ooh, Kant going so deep with the dive kicks. Tries to swipe away, and now it's going to be Kaito off stage. No harm, no foul, though. Looks like red team gets out relatively unscathed. There's the D-Light from Wess. Connects the double into the recovery. What was that? I'm trying to watch on the delay. I'm turning on the stream right now, but I was too late. Was that, like, orange?
I had to... I didn't
like
get to
yellow?
see the damage range. Got cooked. That's all I...
He got cooked!
He got cooked. I don't know, dude. That was... I don't know what to say at this point. You know, things are already starting to snowball a little bit. But you look at the stock count, you're like, wait, maybe is that not true? It can feel that way because of some of these plays, but then you go ahead and you're like, well, things are still even despite plays like that being things that are affecting this match. You get a turnaround from West there with the side arrow and rocket lance. Imagine we get one. A little bit of friendly fire on Loras as well there too. And Loras doing that slide charge with the Ensig off the platform there, but nothing's going to connect there either. And people are just swinging.
Maybe swanging. All right. Loras still trying to jockey for position, get back on stage. Finds a little bit of a two-piece just to at least get a little bit more damage. V3M comes sliding in, tries to get the follow-up, gets it right there, and it actually is enough for the KO, so Kant will fall to their last stock. Make that a two-piece there for Kaito. Make that a three-piece, actually. So Bogo, Bogo, Bogo. All 3 red team members falling to their last with blue side a fresh one to spare.
Okay. See Wess trying to go for a read here with that side signature. Not going to find that one. Kaito on his Teros trying to command the bottom platform. As you can see, Wess getting another stock here. Almost combos his partner Loras for some brutal damage, but recognizes it, stops the combo. Now Loras using that opportunity afforded to him by Wess to get a whole bunch of damage onto Kaito here.
Okay, Bogo from Wess tries to cover all of it. Kaito gets the reversal that he's looking for, but Wess quite healthy on that stock. That's going to be the quick 1-2 from Loras and V3M finding that connection once again. Even if Vem loses the stock right here, like we said, all 3 blue team members have plenty of runway, and that runway is going to bring them to set point and tournament point of this 3v3 championship.
Yeah, it's wild how the games can look so even, and then the swing, it just feels so brutal. Right, there was a moment there where all the stock counts were even. It was like 2-2-2 across the board or something like that. But then, just like that, you can see they're in red here too. You're not thinking really that like you're gonna fall behind so much, and then suddenly Loras, V3M, and Wess are just able to continually rack up these hits without taking much damage in return, and just obliterating the other team here.
Yeah, 100%. I think I missed the replay, or we didn't get it, of Wess doing the double D-Light into recovery. And I want to say it KO'd in, like, light orange or something like that. It was, like, extremely low. So, again, like, the thing that, if we've learned anything, chat, from this 3v3 bracket, it is you are never, ever, ever safe recovering on the high angle, because you're just going to get hit by a recovery and lose your stock. So we go back to Big Miami Dome, perhaps once and for all here. This is tournament point for Wess, Loras, and V3M. Fiend, Kant, and Kaito need to win 2 in a row in order to reset this bracket.
Okay, can they do it here? V3M going back to the platform. Fiend getting caught. Oh, wow, and there's extended edge guard. V3M not able to get, but another unarmed air. It's going to connect on the Fiend. Fiend does touch the wall, though, and thank the Lord for that, because otherwise that could have been a stock. He'll have to take damage all the way into the orange, but at least he gets to play with his life.
But look at Fiend off stage. This is just a light breeze from Wess. Finds the stock on the right side, and again, there's so much like space in between the stage and the blast zone on this Big Miami Dome that you just take forever to come back. V3M somehow is still in this stock. Are you kidding? I was gonna say he was falling out easily because the sweat beads were like halfway across the screen.
gets effectively comboed by his teammate to come back to stage, and because of that, able to get this ground pound we're just witnessing. And another ground pound on the Kaito weapon throws gonna make this hard to come back from. That's gonna be a stock loss so quickly here. And look at this, at this point, 9 stocks don't happen, right? That would be wild.
9 stocks never happens. Are you kidding me? Okay, this might just be the tournament right now. Unless the red team can pull a rabbit out of a hat. It will be 1-2 for V3M and Wess coming down, but I mean, look at this healthy second stock right here. Kant the only one with 2 on the screen. They finally pick one up on Loris, but is this too little too late?
Yeah, luckily enough, the most damaged person on the red team is going to be Kant, who has another stock to lose. So at the very least, they have some solace in that, but they don't have too much to work with here. Trying to claw their way back. Kant just
if Fiend goes down, it's over. If Fiend goes down, it's over. There's the save, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, reversal hit on V3M. He drags in to try to get one down on V3M, take him down with him, but there was an extra stock in the bank for blue team. This could just be over now, Flambo.
Yeah, it might just be. I mean, this team is looking so hard to beat. They're trying their best here to come back. Kaito and Kant have a mountain to get past here, and so far, I mean, hey, they're chunking one by one, but there's still more stocks in the bank.
You gotta play perfect now. Loris not off the top quite yet, and now a desperate 1v3 for Kant. He's not even gonna try to do it. There you have it, folks. Your champions of the Eternal Esports Triples bracket for South America, Wess, Loris, and V3M will bring this one home with a 3-1.
That was insane. Yeah, what a masterclass, I guess, in 3v3s, right? By the end of this set, it didn't look close anymore.